We show up, we perform, we smile in rooms full of people who have no idea that something inside of us has already gone quiet. Society hands us a very specific toolkit for handling that heaviness. We are taught to fight it, medicate it into silence, or outrun it with sheer productivity. This strategy comes with a hidden, compounding cost. We build entire identities around our ability to carry weight without flinching, energetically bleeding out from unacknowledged pain. This high-functioning mask allows us to remain highly efficient for others, even as we quietly disappear inside. Eventually, the atmosphere of everything we've survived becomes too heavy. A necessary thread unravels, and suddenly we can no longer hold together the world that has been depending on us. You might go quiet or stop answering your phone. You might be the most magnetic person in the room, only to go back to your hotel and sit on the floor to cry. Society looks at this moment and labels it a malfunction, a breakdown, a moment where the brain has simply failed. This collapse is a long-ignored correction, finally forcing its way to the surface. It is the most brutally honest alarm system you possess. Depression sounds the alarm when the truth of your experience has absolutely no other way to be heard. Consider the conditions that produce that alarm. Many of us live inside exploitative systems where boundaries and safety are expensive commodities we cannot always afford to exercise. When you force yourself to keep showing up in an environment designed to extract from you, depression arrives to declare that the situation is unjust. We typically respond to this signal in two ways. We treat depression like an enemy, battling to banish it from our minds entirely, or we surrender to it, engulfed in a revelation loop, where we observe our pain but nothing actually changes. Both fighting and surrendering keep us trapped. Both fail to treat depression as raw information demanding to be processed. A third option exists, treating depression as a co-architect. You begin by separating the signal from the noise of your own identity. Imagine the boardroom of your mind. You give depression a seat at the table, but you forbid it from running the meeting or sitting in your chair. You set the terms. Give the feeling 10 minutes to speak, but deny it the right to settle into your chest or dictate what is true about your future. Once the signal is isolated, you ask the critical questions. What are you protecting? What part of my life cannot hold the weight of the lie? This practice restores your authority. It moves you from being possessed by depression into an objective conversation with it. Standard mental health focuses on a benchmark, an external ruler used to measure how well we are performing. Instead of reaching for a goal, we can accumulate mental wealth. This is the collection of self-knowledge gained by learning from every frequency inside of you, especially the dark ones. Relating to these frequencies without being consumed by them transforms a derailing force into a tool for precision. It shows you exactly where you have been abandoned and where you are overextending. When every bout of sadness provides a map of your unmet needs, you are no longer just surviving. You are collecting data required to build a different life. This transformation follows a specific pipeline. Listening from a place of authority turns raw pain into usable data. Reviewing that data objectively processes it into discernment. You begin to see specific points in your life that are no longer sustainable. That discernment dictates exactly where boundaries must be drawn. You set these terms even when they threaten the version of your life built on silence. These boundaries become the architecture of an aligned life. The weight you carried transforms into a structural blueprint. Your grief, exhaustion, and resentment are not proof of powerlessness. They are concrete evidence that something in your life is demanding to be redesigned. Depression works to return you to your power. Listen to the signal, but remain